Our eyes are constantly exposed to blue light, which can damage them over time. Without the proper nutrition, our eyes have a hard time filtering blue light. Even colored sunglasses or screen protectors, represented by the dye in this water, can't fully protect our eyes. However, a daily serving of Pharmanex eye formula supplies our eyes with the nutrition required to help shield them from blue light and support overall eye health. Protect your eyes from the inside out.
There, out in the darkness, a fugitive running, fallen from God, fallen from grace. God be my witness, I never shall yield till we come face to face. Till we come face to face. He knows his way in the dark. Mine is the way of the Lord. Those who follow the path of the righteous shall have their reward. And if they fall as Lucifer fell, the flame, the sword's tongue, in your multitude, scarce to be counted, filling the darkness with order and light. You are the sentinel, silent and sure, keeping watch in the night, keeping watch in the night. You know your place in the sky, you hold your course and your aim, and each in your season returns and returns, and it's always the same. And if you fall as Lucifer fell, you fall in flames, and so it must be, so it is written on the doorways to paradise, that those who falter and those who fall must pay the price. Lord, let me find Thee, that I may see Him safe behind bars. I will never rest till then. This I swear by the stars. Yes, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from right now, and welcome to JhermiNATION PVR Hub for Health, Arts, and Business. And I'm your host, Jeremy, here in London. And I take it that you're all doing well and keeping safe wherever you're watching from right now. So please write on the comment box where you're watching from, and any comments, suggestions later on, and I can give you a shout out as well. And of course, some thumbs up and hearts will be very much appreciated. So don't be shy, give it a try. Click those buttons now, and I would like to welcome those who are watching on One Nation Awards UK Lockdown 2020. So we are simultaneously live streaming on Facebook, on my personal page, which is still not active. I don't know what's happening, but on Facebook page, One Nation Awards UK Lockdown 2020, we have 30 Ado, we have Maita Martin, and that's all I can see. It's still not active there. I don't know. It's been the second time it's been delayed. So I'm apologize for those who I cannot see on my Facebook page, but yes, there are 7 of them And yeah, Dexter Abanides. Hello there. Thank you. And yes, so welcome everyone. And in keeping with our what germination is all about, I've got a seed that you can plant in your mind and let it germinate. So what is our seed of the day? Our seed of the day is what you think about brings about. Yes. So our body is the instrument of our mind. So if you are thinking love, joy, peace, gratitude, all those positive things, of course, because our body is the instrument of the mind, our body, what we are thinking, our body will do whatever is thinking. So, meaning to say, everything positive or good, we will take action on that one. But if you are feeling angry, guilt, jealousy, blame, you're feeling like you're a victim, and all these things, all these negative thinking and everything, you will obviously act on the negative side. All your actions will be on the negative side. So when you wake up in the morning, examine and observe yourself first. What are you thinking? If you're thinking bad thoughts, obviously your day will turn out as bad. And of course, we don't want that. We don't want the result of that one. And we have the control of our mind, right? So it's good to think positive thoughts. So all your actions will be on the positive side. So that will be our seed of the day. What you think about, you bring about. Yeah. So, and for our special guest for today, let me just allow me to play this video.
Hey, I'm Jon Montes, and I'm inviting you this coming February 24, 8 p.m. Philippine Standard Time and 12 noon UK time. Let's talk about theater arts and explore its wonderful and colorful world. So, see you there here at JhermiNATION.
Yes, so our very special guest for today is from the Philippines. He is an actor and a director. He is the founder of Space, which is a stage and screen performing arts course for enthusiasts, wherein they invite actors and directors in the Philippines to help them conduct this course or workshops. And he has held nationwide workshops on acting, on government institutions, colleges, universities, and also including film and TV outfits in the Philippines. He is also a director, either live events or theater events. He's a very good director, educator. He's teaching performing arts, theater arts, and communication arts on the high school and college level on different academic institutions. He's the artistic director and frontrunner of Omnidextros Incorporated, which is a multimedia events company. And he is the founder of the two performing arts or theater arts organization in the Philippines, namely Impact and Cine Dulaang Agustino. So, are you ready for our very special guest for today? So, let me bring him in. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jonathan Montes.
Cause I can't live without you, no.
That's all. Jonathan Montes here. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Yes,
Sir
that's
Jeremy.
Mr.
Kuya Jeremy.
Jonathan Montes, actor and director in the Philippines. So please, welcome here in Germination, and please greet our petty viewers here in Germination.
Hello, everyone out there. I said good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or I say good day to everyone. And it's a pleasure and honor. And it's been something that I really will cherish to be here in this show, Germination. And I hope everybody will have a good time as we share this important and significant moments here at Germination. Okay, let's have fun. Let's
Yes.
rock on.
Yes, excited, excited, excited. And I'm very grateful and thankful as well for you being here. I know you're very busy with everything that you do there in the Philippines as an actor and director and workshop directors as well. A lot of workshops happening virtually as well. So thank you for that. And Derek John, I will call you Derek John for this show. uh, I always do this to my special guests.
All right.
Yes, and
Uh-huh.
nobody escapes my quick fire questions. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
yeah,
Saw that coming. Okay.
yeah. So basically, I throw you questions, and you will answer by the first thing that will come into your mind. And it's
Sure.
just a way of warming you up, getting to know you more, and of course, having fun here in JhermiNATION.
Cause I can't sleep without you, no.
All right, so let's go. Let's go. So, sleep or eat,
Sleep.
weird or crazy,
Weird.
fit in or stand out.
Stand out.
What's the last thing that you Googled?
Um, Short films about pro life.
Pro life. What is your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. Eating a lot.
Eating a lot. Apart from your face, which body part you look most in the mirror?
Okay. My my middle body.
Middle body. Opportunity or security?
Opportunity.
Happiness or fulfillment?
Happiness.
If you have a superpower, what would it be and why?
To fly so that I can reach as many people as I can.
Amazing. To see is to believe, or you see what you believe.
I see what I believe.
Yes. Acting or directing? Only one. Acting or directing?
Acting.
And what would you tell your 12-year-old self? If you're in front of the 12-year-old Jonathan Montes, what would you tell him?
Hey, John, you will rock on.
Yes. Yes, yes, amazing. Thank you. So hope you enjoy those questions.
Sure.
Yeah. So basically, Derek John is here with us. Is here with us today because what treat are we in for today? You know, Derek John said it's a wonderful and colorful world of theater arts or performing arts. What can it do for us? You know, like it's lockdown. You know, during lockdown, a lot of people learned how to cook, to bake. You know, those different skills. You never know. Acting might be one of them, right? So it's probably a great time to learn new skills, and theater arts or acting is one of them. Some of us, you know, during high school or in college, we might have taken part in a stage play in school, right? So some of us have a bit of taste of that one. So something that, you know, it's not too late to do something new, right? So that's why Derek John is here with us today. So Derek John here, you know, since elementary, because Derek Jonathan is my schoolmate as well. He's a batchmate of my younger brother Francis, who's in where is he?
Hi,
In
Fran.
Florida. He's in Florida at the
How are
moment.
you?
He's in Florida. He's a physical therapist there,
Yeah.
and they are 2 years younger. The two batch lower than myself. And I remember
Sorry, right,
Jonathan, even in
teacher.
elementary, yeah, even in elementary, he is already acting. You know, like all those school activities. I remember him already doing it, acting. You know, so who actually influenced you in acting, if I may ask first?
Okay. I was influenced by my eldest brother, my brother Jay. He, in fact, when I was just a kid, um, I was being toyed by my siblings. They make fun out of me because I'm the youngest in the family. So they will give me some things to do, creative things. They will give me some costumes, and then they will tell me, "You act, you act, you act." And then they will give me situations. They will tell me to dance. They will ask me to sing. So everything in performing. So because they just take net fun out of me, and that's how they treat me when I was a kid, and I enjoy doing it. And then my brother, of course, that time he was already doing theater, and he was writing, and he was directing plays for our community theater. And so he was the one who initially influenced me, and he brought me to that organization in our church, in our ministry. And then from there, I was open to the wonderful curtain of theater by acting in different community plays. So as early as grade 3, 7, 8 years old, I was exposed to that small theater that was at the basement of our church, and we were doing plays then. And from there, I never stopped. And my brother would always bring me, and would always carry me to different productions until I found myself that I love doing this. So I pursued it even in school, college. I went into training. I joined different organizations. That's it, and that becomes my life. That becomes my passion, even my my other side.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was amazing. So I'm sure at some stage during your childhood, you were like, you're. I'm sure they made you upset at one stage. Oh, why are you doing this to me and everything? But I'm sure you're very thankful now that they were doing that to you.
Yeah. They were, when I went back to the old portraits, no, I see myself. Hey, what's this? No, I was wearing fake hair. I was doing some different costume, and they were telling me to do this. And so I saw myself. Hey, I was doing this, yeah. And I found fun doing all those, and maybe
Wow.
that germinated the seed of theater in myself. Just using your germinated.
Yeah, wow, that was really amazing. So I'm sure you will tap your bro at the back. Bro, thank you very much for something like it's sometimes it might be viewed as bullying at one stage. If you
Yeah,
just it's some sort of
I
bullying
thought
as
it
well.
was
But
bullying
thank
that
you.
time. Thank you for bullying me. Thank you for kicking me to do this, to do those.
Yeah, yeah, amazing. So in your journey, it's like if you look back, like it's 3 decades already. Like you've been or probably more than that, to be honest. But of course it has taught you a lot of things. And what's one thing that really in your mind right now, that skill or something that you've learned from acting that you can actually apply in your real life situation? Because when we act, we're giving a situation or circumstance, and then some of the scenarios can be true to life or just made up of our imagination. But I'm sure from your journey as an actor, there's one thing that stands out that in your mind right now that you have learned, and you can actually transfer it in real life. What one thing that you can share to us? What
Yeah.
was that learning?
At first, when I was beginning doing this stuff, I find it as a hobby, and I find it as a diversion of school life, and somehow service ministry. That's how I started. But as I go through life, I really find the gem and the value of all this what I'm doing when I started sharing it to others, and teaching it to others, and I realized that acting, theater, and all this stuff has something to do to heal people and to help people to express. That's why we even use this as a therapy, even for special kids. I remember one time I handled I handle theater arts for special children, and it was a therapeutic exercise for them. And I find joy when I see them that they learn to express themselves, and they learn how to show what they feel. Whenever I teach my students about the value or the significance of art, I will always tell them that start art with expression, but it is also a skill that you have to nourish and you have to hone. And so when I was doing this, I look up to my mentors and to my teachers. I found value in sharing all this, and it becomes not just for them to be in the entertainment world or to be in the stage, but also help them to boost their confidence and to realize that, hey, I can do something, I can express myself, and this is something that I can do, and it can even take away my stress. So I find that seed, I find that value so helpful and so noble that I realized that I want to continue this. That's why I went into teaching as well. And even now I use theater not only to perform but also to teach. That's why I did this workshops. I went to different areas of the country and even to different organizations to share, because this is something that's valuable. It's really an expression. It's something in you that you can express, and you can tell to yourself that I am this one. I can portray another person. I can imbibe something in the environment, and I can do this because I'm human, and I can feel that I realize that I am human, that I have all these feelings, that I can test all my senses. It's about it.
Wow.
Wow.
That was really
That was really
amazing. So
amazing.
that was really, if something that I will take away from that one, it's really the healing, and the expression. Because when it's an art. Art is an expression, and through expression, you're able to heal yourself. I think
Yes.
because when you express whatever is inside you, you're able to, uh, like an outlet. Use it as an outlet for all this what's blocking you, you know and then you will be free of all these negative emotions, and then you start healing yourself, and then you find another light, right? You will find the light that you never found before, and not just light but probably colorful light. Not just one light but very colorful light. Yeah, that's really amazing. So in your experience as an actor, especially in stage, I'm sure there's one thing that's quite memorable for you that you will not forget. I'm talking about your experience about the stage because it's a live one, right? Anything can
Yeah.
happen. Anything funny or even embarrassing that you would like to share to us, and how did you deal with it? Say for instance, like for pageant shows, sometimes there will be wardrobe malfunction, and then somebody slipping and falling on stage. Has something similar happened to you on stage that you can share to us, and how did you deal with it or
Yeah,
overcome it?
that's maybe I would start talking about what is something that seemed to be hazardous or
Mm.
looked like that it would be a fallout for me, but it turns out that it becomes something that I could handle and I should handle as a performer, because I would always tell to myself whenever you're on the live stage, it's anything goes. Even if something very a malfunction or something that might be embarrassing might have happened, you must not tell them that you have committed that mistake or 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 failure. What? For example, you missed your line or you missed an action. It's like what my mentors would tell me. No one knows that you will commit a mistake until you show them that it was a mistake. So
Mhm.
I've experienced falling on stage. I've experienced almost ripped my costume. I experienced slip backstage. I experienced hitting my fellow actor terribly. But it should go on. And I remember there was a time when after the performance they have to apply some first aid on me because I was somehow terribly hit of the blocking that was done. Then after that, the next day I should perform again, and you know. But I remember one role that I did. I think that was 2 years ago, 2 years, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I would like to mention this because this display was something special. It was one of the most difficult role that I have performed, and it was done by a late director and friend of mine. May he rest in peace, Mr. Lito Kasahe. Sir Lito, one of her last stage play, I played I played a role of the president, in which it was one of the longest lines that I've memorized and one of the longest monologue that I did. Whenever I tell my friends and even my colleagues, this is something is really difficult because I have to deliver the line continually without stop and in a not so well ventilated room. and and when I'm doing this, I should feel that there is sickness in me and I should be dying, and I should deliver the lines properly, and you know everything, the heat, the sickness feeling, the lines that I should remember, the blocking and even hitting the floor. Yeah, it was really somehow very challenging. And so at the end of the performance, I have to go down, and then a water is waiting for me so as to drink it up, so as to recover the fluids that I've lost. And then I said, "Oh, thank you, I've done it." Something like that. Yeah.
Wow. Anything can really happen, like wow. Because it's live. Unlike if it's a TV or film, you can do like several takes, right? So that's why it's really challenging to do a live stage play rather than a recorded one or a filmed one.
Yeah.
Amazing, yeah, amazing. So it was obviously all these years. It's been a roller coaster ride. Not everything is like good. There will be times that will be you're feeling down. Was there ever a point in your career as an actor or director that you are at the point of giving up?
I never felt that because first, let me just clear it out that um, acting, directing for me, although it's really part of my life, it's not it's not my full career. You know, I can do other things. I find it something that I want to do this because of passion, because I enjoy doing it, and yes, I know that there's something in there that I can also earn, or I something good to me, but it never went to my mind that I will say to myself I want to give up. No, because you know when you are passionate to something, there's always gasoline in you. There's always oil in you that keep you going. And no matter what happened, it will just make a way for you to come out. So even one challenge is the pandemic. You know, people, the entertainment world had stopped. Almost some of the establishment closed down, backed down. The movie industry, the film industry, the theater industry already had been thinking of how they're going to do. We cannot entertain live audience, but there's always a way. And these guys who are really into that passion, never gave up. And so they found a way to perform on the virtual platform. They found a way to lock themselves out in and shoot and make movies again, once again, beyond all this. So that's what I really treasure in this industry. You know, if you really wanted what you want to do, if you really have that passion, it's not a hobby for you. It's not even, yeah, some people will make it as a career because they find something that they have earned up. But for those people who look at it as really something that motivates them what to do, it will never come a time that they will have to give up, because there will always be a way. There will always be a way.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm sure you had a lot of challenges as well that you can remember that you can share to us, some difficulties, and how did you deal with it, and how did you overcome that one?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
In your
Sorry, I did.
in your acting career, I'm sure there are challenges and difficulties
Mm-mm.
that you have experienced, and how did you overcome all those challenges and difficulties?
I just have to go back to the main reason why I'm doing it. Um, One of the things that will motivate me is I have to tell to myself that I have a message to bring. I am being used by the industry or even by the hand of God because I need to relay a message, and people are watching, somehow paying, taking time to get that message from this platform, from the live stage. And so that becomes a motivation. So no matter how difficult it is, even if I really have to juggle it from different schedules, I really have to find a way, because there are people who are wanting to see you and to know the message, to be entertained, because we are using the platform of theater and film, because some people cannot understand things in the straight or direct way. For example, you want to tell them, um, this thing is a crime. You cannot just tell them that this thing is a crime. You have to entertain them. You have to give them a platform, a way for them to realize that this thing is a crime. And how they are going to realize that? They have to watch a film, they have to watch a play, they have to be in the stage, so that at the end of the show, oh, that thing is a crime. Because if you just tell them straight, they would not understand. So these people will
Wow,
sit because they want to be entertained. They want to see the message of whatever piece in a very creative and artistic way.
that's amazing. That's very true. When you feel like you're giving up, always remember why you started in the first place. That's exactly what you said. Amazing, and that's the big why we're continuing with what we're doing. And of course, we have different platforms, and Chatter Artist is one of them in relaying a message. So it's really the message that can save lives. I said it in my few live streams that as a nurse I can save lives, but I realized that through doing live streaming or like this platform Germination, I can also save life by doing this one. Why? Once they hear that message, the
Yeah,
message that you're saying that you're talking about, once they hear the message can actually save lives too. Because especially if they're feeling down, got nowhere to go, they're confused. But once they something clicks with them, they were able to relate to the speaker, and that's it. Their life can be changed with the
that's
messages
why
that we
I,
do.
I, I really value, admire what you are doing, and all those people who are doing this. This is not something because they're doing it because they want this. It's not that. There's something very valuable that would see them into something that beyond whatever that you are earning right now or you are having right now. It's very intangible. It's a treasure
Exactly.
that you can bring with you even as you grow older.
Exactly. That's amazing. And that's why you have Josephine Montes T. Hello, everyone watching here in Jeddah, KSA. Proud sister here. Yes.
Hi,
Right,
Ate.
Josephine.
Belated happy birthday. She
Yeah, and
celebrated
happy
her birthday
birthday,
yesterday.
Josephine
Yeah.
Montes. Happy birthday to you. And we have the Soulmates as well. One of our best. They are a family band. See, yes, that's their son who is a drummer. Yeah. So thank you very much. Soulmates music and arts inspires others differently than just words. Exactly. Very well said. Very well said. Thank you for that. And yes, top three tips. I'm sure there are some in the crowd or our watchers right now, our viewers, who would like to hear something from you. Any top three tips for aspiring actors?
Okay. Of course, like what I've experienced, I don't know if that will be 3. I'm sorry if I speak too much. There will always be a way for you to start something, and you have to discover that. So, discover the first foot forward. Discover it and make it something that is fruitful, something that you will really embrace. That first foot forward is the start of anything that you will have to journey all the rest of your life. So be very, very particular and make your best foot leap or step forwards. And that's the first. So when you start something, you have to discover, hey, do I really like this? Because, if you really like what you're doing, you'll never know that you're really working on it. You just have to do it because there is passion in you that drives you to do this. So that's number one. Make sure that your foot is the best foot that you move forward. Second one is you have to spend time to train and to do all this craft, sharpen your tool. All right? I would remember one of my mentors would always tell that it's not just passion. One thing that you have is your skill. And art is all about skill. Artist is skill. So even if you have that passion, the best foot forward, you have to spend time to train yourself. That's why we went to school. That's why we attend workshops. That's why we are trained by mentors, because we learned from them. And that's very valuable. And that's something very important. All right? And then third thing is, once you have this, and once you have the second one, the third thing is the next foot that you have to move forward is the action already. You must really have that courage or that bravery to experiment and to get out of yourself and move out, apply what you have learned. And there are so many other things that you can explore in doing that. And it will never stop you because you have the best foot forward. You have been trained. Now it's time for you to do it in whatever possible way it is. Whether it is small, you start small. As long as it is aligned to what you want, your direction, grab it because that's where you're going. I think those are the 3 things. I just thought of it now.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
This is what we really want. It's not just the tip that you gave us, not just only applicable, obviously, in acting, but in real life situation. So that's really, really valuable. And let me just greet all those who are coming in. We'd like to greet Alex Castro, Maria Belen Barcelo, of course, Josephine Montesti. Happy birthday again. We have Angel Anor, Joy Montes Flores,
That's my sister.
Judith Montes Loyola,
Hello.
Ira Esther, Dexter Abanides.
Hi.
Yan. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we also have Ate Cora Corsola, Terdi Ado. We have Maita Martin, Atina Alcantara, and Christian Wright is also watching. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, thank you. And I would like to show this one, John. This is your like a journey. That's the
Oh.
one. So tell us briefly, what is this all about?
Oh. All right. Oh,
So
that
this was
was
like a film, isn't it?
no. It's actually a play.
A play, yeah.
It's
Okay, okay.
one of the SOLE soul production of Omnidextrous on stage, and that's how that's like what I'm saying. We explored and we came up with this production, and fortunately, it was supported by different colleges. And that time we had two actors today in the industry, Miss Jasmine Curtis and Mr. RJ Padilla, who were actors that time. So it was a full production, a play Mascara written by of course the renowned playwright Mr. Frank G. Rivera.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
And
one
you,
of the major production of our group.
yeah, yeah, you
Space,
directed this one as well.
and
You're the director.
yeah, That's it.
Wow, amazing. And tell us briefly, is that Kuya Boji from Batibot?
Okay, actually, that's not okay. That's not, I think that's not Kuya Boji, but that was the role Kuya Boji did when I performed with him. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
this play was also a Frank G. Rivera play. It was produced by the school and directed by one of my directors, Direct CJ Andalus.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. From Holy
Title,
Trinity.
yes, yes, also a
Wow, correct.
HTCN. Yeah, he
Wow.
directed this. Yeah, it was Oyayi. It was a play about the U.S. American, U.S. Philippine.
Oh,
That's it.
okay. Wow,
It
amazing.
was I joined several students on that. While this was the alumni play. This is alumni play of our theater organization at UST. Yeah, this
Wow.
was an original play written by also one of our members. It was performed during the celebration of our 35th, pala, not 40th, I'm sorry, 35th anniversary. Yeah, it was
Wow.
staged. Yeah, okay.
And you're also on TV. You're a doctor. Kuya surgeon
Yeah,
and something.
there were stints in my somehow acting career that I was also being exposed to television. I did minor roles and yeah, with different teleseries for ABS-CBN.
Yeah.
Usually, I was tapped as doctor, lawyer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that.
You get
Okay.
Jacqueline Jose and what's that? Pimentel, isn't it? Lito
Yeah, yeah.
Pimentel, right?
Lito
Yeah.
Pimentel. Yeah,
Wow. Were you
yeah.
breaking bad news to this one that he's not gonna make
Yeah,
it,
it was. I announced to them that
Right.
it was the condition of their. I think their father was not good, and so they have to do something. I have to pacify them. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, he looks familiar. Is this Alain?
Yes, that's Elaine. Hey, I think he's watching. Yeah,
Hello, Alain de Maguila.
of us
Hello.
are also doing several TV productions before. I think this is one of the few teleseries that we acted together at one
Wow.
series. Yeah.
Amazing. And here you are, starting them young, teaching kids about theater art.
This is one of the most difficult workshops that I've been handling
Mhm.
because um, I was being tapped to train kids as young as 3 years old,
Wow.
and
Yeah, that
it
could be
was really
challenging.
difficult because you have to be mobile, you have to really move. So it was really something very physical to me because I have to be like a kid. If they can
Mm.
lie down, I should lie down.
Yes. Amazing. And he looks familiar. Is it who's this
Yeah,
actor?
that's
Is it
Raymond Bagatsing.
Raymond Pagaching, yeah?
Yeah, this was we just demonstrated because we are actually he is actually doing a workshop on at one of our schools, and so
Mhm.
he asked me to partner with him and to deliver a scene so as to demonstrate what he was teaching. Yeah, it
Wow.
was an improvisation thing.
Oh, and this one you remember this one? You're directing something or
Yeah, yeah, it was a hands-on for me to handle the camera, and when it was a workshop the same time a hands-on for us to experience handling the camera,
wow.
which is also being taught.
Maybe.
Oh, this very recent. Yeah, this is
The makeup artists and the prosthesis are, it's really good.
yeah. Shout out
Wow,
to the makeup
amazing.
artist. Hi Shane, how are you if you're watching? Yeah,
Wow.
so this is a another character that I portrayed. It was for
Looks
our
scary.
alumni also. Yeah, it was all about COVID-19. It was all
Oh,
about the virus.
okay.
So I represent the virus. It was something that is gory. Yeah.
All right. And this one is really good as well. You look really old in this one.
Yeah, similar, same group who tapped me to join their production. It was also fellow alumni at UST. Yeah, this was also last year. It was already a virtual play. I played
Oh, I
a role
see.
of an aging an aging someone with dementia.
Okay. Wow. Amazing. And this one.
This one I played Geppetto for Pinocchio,
Oh,
and
Pinocchio. Yes, yes.
yeah, it was
Geppetto, yeah.
actually a play for seminarians. It was a
Mhm.
program for seminarians, and so I asked to be a guest artist to act with these seminarians as a training for their English communication subject. So their training is to come up with plays. So I was asked to portray the role of Geppetto in a seminarian.
Wow. And this one.
Yes, same under Direct CJ, under Pixel Art. One of the roles that I played several times, I played the role of Angel Miguel. Yeah, side by side with another fellow actor who passed away. So yeah,
Oh,
this was
rest in peace.
a yeah Tao. The title of the play was Tao.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was really what we are calling a very colorful and wonderful world of performing or theater arts. Yeah. I would like to share mine as well. I had my taste as well, like this one.
Wow, nice.
apparently, all these three pictures I'm going to show, all of them, I was kneeling down. For some reason, it just appear like that. This the title of this is in here in London. From Heaven with Love. This is an original stage play. And this one, I'm kneeling again. This is a film, film Migrants. Yeah. And that's the last one. This was the last one that I did. This was like, 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago. And this was titled as Wang. It's a trilogy. It's an original play as well. Directed by Ramon Tenyoso of Philippine Theater UK and Teatro
Oh,
Pilipinas. Yes.
wow.
So I was morphing into something. So that's my role there. So that's the colorful world. We're just trying to show them the colorful world of theater arts. Yeah, wonderful world of theater arts.
And the
And I think
colors.
at this point, we'll just pause for a commercial break, and we will be right back. And we have a virtual performer as well. So see you later, and let's
See
just pause
you
for
later.
commercial break.
See you
Okay.
later. Pause for commercial break.
Wash your hands or sanitize your hand. Wear your face mask and maintain a safe distance. That was Joseph Fernandez, a cultural performer. He was one of our contestants on JhermiNATION Get Champion Talent Competition. And of course, his details are there if you want a cultural performer for your events. Joseph Fernandez on Facebook, and his contact details are in there. Yeah. So let's bring back Direct John. Hello, and we would like to greet our friends. We have Alain de Maguila. Hello there, Alain. Kamusta? He's my batchmate.
Yeah.
With that, we have Josephine Montes. Congratulations, Mr. Jeremy and John. And we have Alain. Congrats, Jeremy and Jonathan. And we have Angelo Roy San Pedro of Tulong Tulong para Makabangon. Yan. Angelo Roy,
Yeah,
best friend Ron. Yes. And we have Nina Maven Idioma. Go, Sir John. Mabuhay po kayo. Thank you for the inspiration. I am blessed na nakilala at makawork ko kayo in a project. Yan. Amazing, amazing. Yan. And congratulations, Mr. Jeremy and Bro Jonathan. And let me see. For some reason, my Facebook personal page, it's still not active. So I'm on a different Facebook page. But
okay.
I would like to say hello to Brandon Benedict Cruz. Yan, si Dino. Yan, kumpare ko. Alex Castro, Maria Belen Barcelo, and all those who are watching right now. I couldn't. Mimi Mili is also watching. Hello there. Thank you for watching. Yan. So I think at this stage, we have prepared something for them.
Yeah.
Didn't we, Direct? We will do a little bit of what you call this one, script reading, right?
Yeah.
Or
Sure.
you call this the characterization, open characterization and setting. Yan. And this is called suppression. Shall
Yeah.
we? I will read the script of J, and Direct John is gonna read the script of Hit. Yan. Shall we have a
Sure.
go? Yes,
Sure.
let's do it. Okay. Okay. What happened to Cha?
Why?
Huh? You didn't know?
What was it?
Hit. Don't pretend you don't know. This has something to do with what happened this morning. Kit, hey,
Jay, I have nothing to do for what is happening with Cha, okay?
what? Isn't that you were together just last night? I even saw your status on Facebook. I think I'm fed up. I know the two of you are having issues. You just don't want to admit it.
Why are you meddling on this? That suicide attempt? I have no idea about it, and I will not feel guilty about it.
Wow, Kit. Are you on your mind? Do you know what you're saying? You have been in a relationship for 2 years. 2 years. And now you will tell me that you don't have any idea? Hello?
I did not influence that action. Don't sound as if you know the real story. Cha is doing that to make me feel guilty. Okay? To make me feel that I am to blame.
But why are you here? Can't you just show Cha that you are there at this time? Go there. Show that you care. You shouldn't be here. Go.
What? Door is shut already. Cha doesn't want to see me anymore.
But Kit, Cha is doing this because of you. You know it.
I know. I know. But I cannot do something about it. I'm helpless.
What really happened?
Cha gave up on me. Stopped listening to me. Chose to follow temporal needs. That vice has eaten Cha.
I haven't known anything since you were together. I don't know why our friendship was affected. Now I feel I am to blame as well. I should have been with Cha to comfort.
I can still feel that you still love Cha. Sorry. if it ended this way.
I'm sorry too. Maybe I'm just too coward to fight for what we had.
I want to see Cha. Can you go with me?
Huh? You sure?
Wait. Hello? Yeah, this is Skip. Huh? Oh, yes, I'll be there. Where's this exactly? Okay, I will go there now. Oh my God.
What happened to Cha?
You should go with me.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Direct John.
All right.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, that was a bit of a taster there. Suppression, open characterization, and setting. I hope you guys like that one. So
You always do that.
after
You can be
acting,
as
after
many
acting.
characters as you can. Huh? Yep.
So I would
Sorry.
like to get I would like to get a feedback from you first, you as a director. How did I do?
Oh, you can. I think you have adopted it that quick, and you know what you're saying, and I acknowledge that. You know, whenever we do something like this, you don't have time to study. You just have to express what you are feeling right now, and that's a pretty nice thing to see in you. Kuya Jer.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Somebody said, I think it was Mimi Mili, do it in a different voice. I think she was saying it to me. I have to do it in a different voice.
Yeah, that's an open characterization. In fact, you can act like a kid, you can act like an old man, you can even
Yeah.
act like the third sex, you can act as if you have insanity. So any character can do as long as you are talking. Yeah,
Yes,
you
it's
know.
amazing. And we have Makaso as well. Bravo. Makaso said bravo. Thank
Yeah,
you very
also
much, Makaso. Yeah.
HTA, hi Masako.
Yes, hello there. Yeah. So, going back, thank you very much for that, John, Direct John. Um, so, after acting, when did you discover or felt that you would like to go to directing? Because is it a normal process? Like, say, for instance, photographers, they start with photographing landscape objects, and then eventually, when they're more confident, they go with portrait photography, with lighting, and all those things. So, is it the same with being an actor? You normal process, you go to directing after a while?
Um, it started even when I was doing short skits and plays in school. Way back when we were in elementary. I think everybody has experienced this. If you are into performing and you know what you're doing, you also want to direct. So people in those days, high school days, you want to act, you want to direct because you have something that you want to do, and you don't want to be out of stage. But I realized that directing is something else. It's not about going together with acting. And so when I step up, I would say, because it's a time for me to go on a different perspective, I realized that there are so many things that cannot be cited by an actor that can only be seen by a director. That's why it's very important for a director to really sit down, to embrace the material, and to establish his vision. And that's where I started loving doing directing, because it's all about envisioning what is something to be assembled, what is something to be molded as one, not just a single that you have to think of your character. It's all about making actors synergize, interact, and connect with one another. And so I love doing it because it gives me a platform, or it gives me an opportunity to work on different characters and to follow my own vision of the entire material. And so when I started directing, I there are so very few that I act and I direct, and I direct. It was very few when I did directing and acting, because it was something different, and it's all about teaching as well. It's also a way for me to love teaching when I started to realize that I can do direct. I can direct plays or other material.
Wow, that is amazing. So between the two, what do you love most doing between acting and directing? If you can only choose one, what would you like to be known for as an actor or director?
There are times that I chose to be an actor, but there are also times I think I would choose to be a director, because it's a bigger role. Um, at the same time, it's also experiencing acting in my own perspective and looking at myself on the point of view of all actors and mentoring them, giving them somehow, helping them to direct, to have their direction on their character. So just like my inspiration of doing teaching, it's more, it's a thing that I want to do, because it's it can affect as many people as I can. It's effective. It's effective, and I think that's it.
Yeah, you can do more as a director. I think you can do more as a, rather than staying as actor. You can do more.
Although
Being
there are times that, hey, I want to go back to acting, and I want to do acting, because it's a different world, exploring a character. But if given the chance to be a director, I'll take it. I'll take
yes,
it.
okay. Yeah. So if somebody approaches you right now, Direct John, I would like to start a new hobby, and I don't know which hobby to start. Can you please tell me more about theater arts or performing? How are you going to sell the idea of acting? Somebody pursuing acting as a new hobby.
Okay, just like what I've told you in those three tips. If you really want to do acting, you have to take time. You have to take time to train yourself, and you have to tell yourself that you want to do it, and that's something that your somebody influenced you to do it. However, I think there were times that a very good professional actor or a very promising actor would start doing things because he was pushed to do it, and then at one point of his or her life, he or she will realize that the time that he was pressured to do it, this time it wasn't a pressure, but it's more of something that really loves doing. So I will tell him, you have to tell yourself that you want to do it, and you have to sharpen your tool. That's why my advocacy is to conduct as many workshops that I can, because that's the time for you to explore, to commit, to find your boundaries, to commit mistakes, and to realize, to tell to yourself, hey, I want to do this because I have seen the world, or I have seen the world of how it will go on in the industry. So I keep on asking industry people to help me to train these guys,
Mm.
because it becomes their inspiration.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah.
That's it.
It should really come from your heart. As what you said, it has to be aligned with what you really wanted to do, with what your heart really desires before you just pursue acting. You don't just do it because your friend or your best friend pulled you along to come with him in an audition or in a workshop, and it had something to come from within.
Yeah,
Then
but
it
like what I've
has
said, there are instances that it might have started that way.
exactly, and then you begin to love it as well. You
That's
begin
why
to love it.
some of my students would tell me, sir, I really don't want performing arts. I'm sorry, but I have to oblige you. And then some of those at the end of the study, they will realize that they love doing it. It
Yeah.
started with a pressure, it started with a requirement, and then suddenly went into their heart, into their bones, even as well, to their soul. Yeah.
Just like in nursing as well. Sometimes, in the Philippines, because everybody's taking nursing, and your parents will tell you, "Oh, go to nursing," but eventually they come to like it. They wouldn't stay 20 years in the field if they don't really like nursing. So yeah, it's really true. It will start as a pressure, and eventually you will learn to like it.
Because I
Amazing.
think there are times that a person would have that unturned aspect or faculty in him that is being that need you need to dig.
Mm.
She is not feeling at that time, but if you dig deep into it, there will become that it will bloom. It will come out like a flower. It will it's like a metamorphosis that will slowly go into something that is a butterfly, something like that.
Amazing. It will germinate as well. If you
Correct.
plant it, it will germinate.
Seed
So
in, so yeah.
exactly, exactly. So how is the industry now? With the lockdown pandemic, is it starting to ease off now? Obviously, industry was uh, hit as well, big time, wasn't it? There's no shooting, there's no filming.
Yeah.
I think it's slowly coming back now. How is it there now in the industry? Film,
Industry,
TV,
yeah,
yeah.
it has at the time when the government declared a somehow a more lenient quarantine or gave opportunity to somehow loosen up, then these people in the industry started doing their job, but they have to follow such protocol. That's why in the industry they have to lock in. So if you want to be part of this, you have to stay on one portion, and you have to stay there for the next how many days, weeks, or months, because all of you will be tested and you cannot go out. Therefore, the shooting, the filming continues all throughout, and you have to stay there, and you can't go home. So
Otherwise, you bring COVID inside.
yeah, similar on the theater industry continued because they have used the virtual platform as their form of doing theater. And so almost everything that you'll be watching today, whether in several professional organizations, they have virtual theater production. Whether it is live or recorded, it's somehow a combination or a hybrid of film and theater rolled into one, put into something like this. And yeah, we have experienced that. We have tried we have experimented productions doing live and doing recorded. And so the industry goes on.
Yes, that's true. Nothing can stop the industry, right? Even the pandemic, it will just adapt to the new ways of doing it. But you know what? When here in London, when it was lifted a little bit, we managed to watch a pantomime, and we saw the actors. They are wearing masks, so they have adapted to that one.
Okay.
Yes, they're really wearing masks with everything. Yeah. So everything with all their blockings, with all their movements, they incorporated the the removal and then the putting back of the mask. So it's all part
So
of their movements already.
right there in
That's the
London,
new normal.
there are live audiences already.
Yes, live audio. Yeah, that was the time, but then we locked down again after that one. So it
Oh,
eased off a little bit. So because here it depends on the numbers. If the numbers are rising, they will lock down, and if they see that it's plateauing, they will start to ease it off again. They have like exit plan, and then it will all depend on the numbers. If it will rise again, they will lock down again.
right now in
That's
the
how they
Philippines,
do.
right now in the Philippines, there are they haven't they haven't tried the live audience yet. There's an attempt that cinemas will open, but it was retracted, and so it was postponed because they have to really observe and be very uh, particular on the protocol on cinema. Similarly, until now, there are no live audiences. There are no performances being done live. So if it's a film, it's a group of people locked in. If it's theater, then people are doing it on their specific places or locations.
Virtually.
Yeah.
We got Millet Vera Cruz. Yes, hello there. Hello, Millet.
Hi,
Hello,
Happy New Year.
Jonathan.
my ate in our theater organization in
Wow.
alumni.
Hello there, Millet. And then we have Gina V, IFM Lawag. Hello. Hello there. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Direct John, is there anything, before you come on stage? I'm just curious, before you come on stage and do a live performance, is there any weird rituals that you do? Of course, you have to set your mind, you won't forget your lines. You have to be 100%. Is there any rituals that you do at the backstage before you go in?
Yeah, it's and it should be this exercises and somehow these rituals are charismatically done even by professional actors, even actors who are really big in the industry. Really have to take time to physically warm up,
Mhm.
vocalize, observe, and drink proper liquids so as to preserve their voice. And they have to continually rehearse their lines. On backstage, they have to continually rehearse their movements. They will go with their partner and they throw lines. These things are very important because this will warm you up. That's why if you go to a theater, I know you've been into that. People will have to do some warm-ups before stretching, calisthenics, physical something, and then exercising their voice. There's a vocal coach. There's someone leading the physical exercises. These are all rituals, and this is a routine. And if you don't do that, you are not physically and somehow properly prepared for the role because it heats you up just like a car that you have to heat it up before it went on because it goes on. Similarly, an actor must heat up.
Yes, that's amazing. So when you are on stage, right? Obviously, you portray a character. You're not Jonathan Mortes anymore, or you're not Jeremy when you're on stage. What type of feeling? It's a state of mind when you're on stage. You're like a different person. Can you share your experience when you're on stage? What kind of feeling that you get, even afterwards after performing?
Yeah. um, Characterization is a long process, and it's something that you started doing at the time that you accepted the role and you immerse yourself to the material. That's where you start knowing your character. And similarly, somehow weird or somehow terrible, just like what you've seen when somebody is possessed by an evil spirit, it will change his or her behavior because somebody has taken his body. Similarly, I would tell that it's like acting is like that. You have to be possessed by that persona, by that character. That's why it must be a total different persona in you that you have to study and you have to connect with the material, and you have to give birth to that character. So you know that character from the time that he was born, she was born, up to the time that you are portraying him. So that's the totality of characterization. So you really have, it's really something like what I'm telling my students and my colleagues, they know it, that characterization is one of the most difficult thing that an actor will have to encounter because it's a tedious thing that you must do. It's not shallow that okay, I know my name, I know my age, all right, I know my nuances. No, it's not about that. It's deep. My mentors would teach me several things about characterization, different dimensions, 3 dimension, 4 dimension, five, and even 7 or 8 dimension. Because you have to create and you have to give birth to another character. It's not you. Your present self is something that must be connected to it, and you must find the connection, the similarity, so that you can go together into one body. And that's how amazing acting and characterization is. That's why some people will get angry or will be very, very entertained by the character because it was beautifully and outstandingly portrayed. They will say, "You are not that person." Yeah, and then you are successful because you never
Yeah.
recognize me when I'm on stage because I'm different because I possess another human, another persona.
Amazing. And this explains why, when you're watching like a teleserye, telenovela, when you
Mm.
see the contrabida, the villain in real life, you are upset with him as well or her, isn't it? Because they are
There
is
are instances that even on her real life, in his real life, you really throw something. Hey, diba? You're very angry with her, with him, because you were
that
so
means, yeah,
affected by his or her character. Even in
exactly,
real
yeah,
life, you want to hit him, her,
exactly, yeah. And
and
that means
that's
that
it,
actor
very
is really
effective.
doing his job or her job, isn't it? Very
Yes.
effective, very effective. Yeah. We have this exercise as well in theater arts. Um, you will say, for instance, animal. You will portray it. You know, and if your co-actors or co-thespians were not able to get it, what are you portraying? Then that means you're not effective.
Yeah, and that's
Because
one
you're
way.
not able. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's one of the exercises that I remember when I was
That's an effective way of
with the
characterization.
UK.
And if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
cannot,
yeah.
if you cannot create your own nuances, your own movements, think of an animal and then try to adopt the movement of that animal, and that creates a character already.
Wow, amazing. We're getting a lot of really good tips from Direct John. Yeah, so for all those who are watching right now who would like to try theater arts or performance arts, acting, I'm sure you're learning a lot. I'm learning a lot from Direct John. And Direct John, I always ask this question to my special guests, right?
Apo.
So I call this the dinner question. Yeah. I
Okay.
think it's dinner. I think it's dinner time there now, right? Have you had your
Yeah,
dinner already or supper? That's good.
taking my dinner.
Good, 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 good. So I always ask this question to my guests. If you're going to have a dinner with somebody, anybody in the world, anybody, it could be dead, living, could be somebody really popular. Anybody in the world. Who is this person that you would like to have dinner with? Why? And what question would you ask this person?
Oh, is this something connected with my craft or any person in the world?
Any person in the world. Yeah, any person.
Oh, that's somehow difficult. It gives me a pause of thinking, who will that person be? Yeah, I think I'll choose Thespis, the
Sorry, who's
first
that?
actor.
Oh, okay.
Thespis. If I had, because I want to ask him if how how did how was he how did he start doing his craft, and what were the beginnings and the primitive motivation or seeds of performance, because and every thespian is named after him, the Greek Thespis. So I want to meet him face to face, and I want
Wow.
to, yeah, express how thankful I am, and maybe I could listen to what he would want to say. Maybe the primitive ways or the pioneer ways of starting this craft. One of him is he's one of the originator of it, and how did he plant the seed, or how did he make germinate? you know, yeah.
Right, right.
I always want to
Amazing.
to to, to have dinner with originators, with someone who started it all, because I'm
Amazing.
very I'm very fond of knowing how how did you ever start, what were your inspiration, or what were your references of starting this thing,
Mm,
because it's out of nothing. The starter
mm.
would have started it because it's out of nothing. It did not imitate. What was it? Yeah, I
Yes.
think.
It's good to know their way of thinking. It's good
Yeah.
to know that. Yeah. Amazing. We have Milet Vera Cruz. What are you more comfortable doing, acting or directing? I think I already asked this question, but yeah, what are you comfortable doing with? That was from
Yeah.
Milet Vera Cruz.
If I will answer that, comfortable to me is acting, but more fulfilling to me is directing.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
Thank you for that. And I would like to greet Shanila Hassan, Ferdinand Cabalhin, Milet Veracruz, Alvin Bulo, one of our schoolmates as well, or your batchmate, Alvin Bulo. I think
Yeah.
he's in America. Yan. Francesca Ledesma, Ana Angelica Galliano, Martina Magsino, Nina Mabel Idioma. Yan. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We have Philip Ko, Makazo Hirao, Alain De Maguila, Dino Benedicto Cruz, and our best friend Ron. Yan. Thank you very much, everyone. And before I let you go, Direct John, um, final question. Is COVID a curse or a blessing?
Of course, anything goes with a reason, and God would not permit this to happen without any reason. You just have to keep on seeing that positive thing in everything that is happening in this world, even if you see it very negative. There is a reason, there's a sole reason why it happened. And so I find it more as a blessing than a curse.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. And anything to promote, Direct John, or your virtual workshops that people can join in? Yeah, Judith Montes Loyola. Thank you, Sir Jeremy. Thank you very much, Ma'am Judith Montes Loyola.
Oh,
Anything to promote, John, Direct John?
yeah. As for me, I am regularly conducting virtual workshops, whatever group, and also doing it, uh, acting coaching. I don't know how these people can 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 contact me if you need my help. Right now, I'm in the academe, continuing teaching, but I never forget to go to do theater. We have done several productions. I can't promote because it was past, but there are future productions that are coming. Um, Maybe if you want to follow what I am doing, you can follow my you can follow me, subscribe on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook. All of my activities are there. And if you're interested, if there's a possible way, an opportunity for me to lend a hand or help you guys who want to go into this craft, let's talk about it, and let's capitalize on that passion in me. That's about it. Kuya Jer, thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much. And because of that, I've got a glass of wine for you. Yeah, and cheers. Thank you very
Cheers.
much for guesting here. And I myself, I have learned a lot from you, from our conversation in here. And thank you very much for your time. I wish you all the best. And of course, stay safe. Stay safe. That's
Yeah,
very
my
important.
my hopes and all my best hopes. Kudos to you. Congratulations for the show. I really admire and appreciate what you've been doing, and I hope God will give you more strength and more ways of spreading this kind of show, because it's really comforting to know that there are people like you who's continuing doing this kind of activities. And I really appreciate, admire, acknowledge everything that you've been doing, Mr. Jeremy Roy. You rock on.
Thank you. And that's for you, Jonathan. Thank you very much for guesting here. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Direct Jonathan Montes. You can follow him on Facebook, Jonathan Montes, and on his YouTube channel as well. So if you love theater arts, acting, performing, he also sings as well. He's a good guitarist as well. So that's another thing. And he teaches communication arts with that theater art. So again, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Direct John. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much,
much.
Sibel. You're very much welcome, and thank you also.
Thank you. Yeah.
More power to you.
Thank you. Bye for now. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Thank you as well.
God
Bye.
bless. Stay safe.
God
Thank you.
bless. Good day, everyone. Stay safe, everyone.
Thank you. Bye. Yeah, that was Direct Jonathan Montes, actor and director from the Philippines. And so let me just see. And what is your takeaway? I always ask people about what is their takeaway. Of course, you spend time here like an hour and a half, and I would like you guys to have learned something or taken away something from our show today. So for me, my takeaway is, when he said those three steps or three things that always put your best foot forward in everything that you do. And then, of course, whatever that one is, whatever craft that one is, whether it's acting, photography, sports, or anything, always have to train yourself. Always spend time. You have to invest time on sharpening your tools, sharpening your saw. So you have to take workshops, attend all those things. You have to enroll yourself in an acting class or whatever that will sharpen your skills. Just like going to college, nobody becomes a nurse or a doctor or a surgeon, teacher, by just like that. You need to spend time and money. You have to educate yourself. And of course, once you have these two, move the other foot forward and take the action. So those are my takeaways. And thank you very much for that, Direct John, for that one. And let me just see. Thank you very much for. Still, my Facebook one is not yet active for some reason. So I'm just um, going by One Nation Awards UK Lockdown 2020 and YouTube channel. Yeah, so thank you very much. So always remember the quality of our life will depend on the quality of the thoughts that we are thinking. Always plant that seeds of positivity in your mind every single day. Let it germinate so that one day you will see the better version of yourself. And see you again on. I won't have a show this Sunday because I am working, but on Friday, we will be launching this one. We will be launching this one. Log and Play. It's a global online music launch. Yeah, and it's basically 2 hours. This will be on Friday, UK time, between 8 to 10 p.m. I will have 4 artists, 30 minutes, 30 minutes each. And we will start this on Friday, and we will do this every last Friday or Sunday of the month. So expect this one. So introducing Log and Play, a global online music lounge where you can just log in and somebody will play. Or if you're the artist, log in and then play your craft, and then people will just sit back and relax, just like being in a lounge. But this time it is virtual. So there you go. So that will be coming this Friday and every last week of every month. So see you this Friday. And God bless you, everyone, and stay safe. Thank you very much, everyone. Can I plant some seeds of positivity and good vibes in your mind for a few minutes? Thank you. Warm greetings, everyone. If you're looking for empowerment, entertainment, and fun, I've got good news. JhermiNATION is here for you, so please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, JhermiNATION. Together, we can make a difference and impact. See you every Wednesdays, 12 noon, and Sundays, 7 in the evening, UK time. This is Jeremy of JhermiNATION.